I can't do it, bro. I can't. I genuinely cannot fucking handle this shit, dude. Oh my gosh. NQ. Can't even explain my frustration right now. Cannot even explain my frustration. This is actually just fucking insane. Okay. This is. Anyways, gonna have to get into this recap. I was on the phone with my friend, right? Wasn't expecting a trade. I saw exactly what I wanted to see. And you know what's funny? Right before this trade happened, we got another setup, but it was really bad in my opinion. It was horrible. I did not like it. Now I said, lately all the bad mid setups or the ones with the really shitty price action and really shitty entries and whatnot, like they've all been hitting like just hitting like crazy. And the ones that do present A plus setups and A plus confluences and whatnot, they just fucking get break even, get edged or lose, bro. And I don't get it. I don't get it. When is NQ gonna just, dude? All I needed was what, like 15 points. Would have banked across all my accounts, but no, 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 no. And you know how long it's been since I've had a winning day? It's been over a week since last week on Tuesday. And then this week on Tuesday, I took a trade and got a break even. Got another fucking break even on Thursday. I cannot, bro. Like, this shit is so annoying. Why do I even wake up at this point? Why do I wake up for this shit? Why? Genuinely. Anyways, dude, today was I actually can't remember if price action was shit or not. I don't think it was that shit. I don't know. We'll find out. I low key kind of forgot about everything. I usually remember everything about the day when I'm trading, but yeah, don't really remember much. So we're gonna see what happened here. So it looks like before we even, yeah, we have a 4 hour that's gotten tabbed. If we look on the higher time frame structure, it just looks like we have a very prominent low. We have equal lows right here, which is also Asia low, and then we just have this low right there. There's a good amount of low resistance. It looks pretty obvious to want to get taken out. Now we are inside of a 4 hour. We've tapped into the 4 hour, so we can either one, reject out of this 4 hour and continue higher, or we can, you know, because recently what it looked like it's been having. What the fuck does that even mean? I just said some bullshit just now. I can't even comprehend what I just said. But here's the daily fair value gap. If I go on the daily, you can see that just to be sure. Completely filled this daily. Same with ES as we completely filled the daily as well. Now if we go to the 4 hour, we also filled a 4 hour. We don't really have much of an SMT or anything, but and another major thing that really made me look or lean towards having a bearish bias was we hit OTE of this entire zone here. So, you know, given that we rejected out of are rejecting out of these higher time frame imbalances and then also rejecting out of OTE and just heavy premium of this range, I'm really expecting for sell side to get hit. Okay, I'm leaning bearish. I really want to see these lows get hit. And yeah, now if I go down to the hourly, you can see very clear direction and price. We inverse this gap almost within 2 hours right here. We inverse all these gaps, and then we have a very big chop session here. Okay, we're just climbing up the little staircase. That's what it really looks like, just a staircase. And then we hit this hourly up here, which is also a BPR, and we fucking sell off like crazy. Boom, taking out all this low resistance. And let me see if we reject it out of an hourly here. Okay, there's really nothing to reject out of there. But back to NQ, you can see we dump here, climb up the ladder a little bit, and then we dump here with nicely consecutive bearish candles, and then now we're starting to chop up here right around once we hit this 4 hour. So now there's really let me get to the 15 minute before I actually say what I was gonna say. And then the 15 minute looks just insanely chopped. Okay, this looks horrible in my opinion. So what I was looking for, right, coming into today, if I go back to the hourly, all I'm looking for is, look, we already hit this, this bullish gap here. So we can either reject off this, we can inverse that 15 minute like we just saw, and, it's pretty unlikely, but we can probably get a continuation up to this hourly gap, or even this one up here, or just premium of this range. I for sure was not aiming for any buy side targets today, like at least the higher time frame. My mouse is frozen once a fucking again. I could just it's so annoying. Like, why do you do this? I genuinely don't see the point. Why is this like the only thing malfunctioning? I really don't understand. I really don't. Anyways, but yeah, I want to see this gap get inversed here. I think we have some hourlies as well. So, you know, at 10 a.m., if we close beneath these gaps, that's definitely going to boost my confidence in going short. But is this really likely? I mean, if we close through these gaps, I mean, we're going to be pretty close to these targets. So, not necessarily waiting for these gaps to get closed through, just want to see something clean. Like, if we tap, okay, I'm kind of getting sidetracked and just explaining too much. But basically, we can either look for longs from here to target these gaps up here, or we can just wait for these to get hit and then look for shorts. Either reversal shorts, or depending on how good the setup is, we can wait for continuation shorts towards these targets here. And yeah, I don't know why it took so long to explain that, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and head to market open. Let's see. All right, here's market open. Again, market open has just been ugly as crap. I don't know why it's been this ugly. Been ugly like these past 2 weeks. I mean, I really don't know what's the cause of this. Is there like a government shutdown or something right now happening, or like I don't know what's happening. I really don't. But anyways, I thought we were gonna dump off here because I mean we already have been in this 15-minute just consistently holding this like crazy. Same here on ES. Although it looks chopped, we do see that this 15 minutes holding, you know, lots of power right now, and then we end up huge candle here. This looks insanely bearish on the 5-minute. A discretional play like this 5-minute short could work, but especially considering how we have untapped gaps up here, we still need a manipulation. We can't just enter off, you know, this doesn't make sense right here. As well as just knowing that the entries have been so scuffed lately. Really not a good idea. And look, my mouse is frozen again, so that happened 2 times in one video. Wow. See how many times it happens. Now I have to keep doing this shit, and stupid fucking bitch. Okay, now market open. Boom, boom, boom. Big wick to the downside. I thought we were just gonna run up and tap these gaps and then get shorts from there, but that was not the case. As you can see, we have a 1 minute right here. Okay, we have a 1 minute there. We also have a 2 minute. We also have a 3 minute. We even have a 4 minute. No, we don't. Never mind. I lied for some reason. But yeah, thought we were gonna get entries off here, and then I mean, is this even valid? It's really not valid. I mean, we did tap the 4 hour already. It's not like we already kind of had our manipulation here, but yeah, was looking for that, and then once we came down here, I think we inversed the bearish 30-second here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not looking for longs at all. I really didn't want to take it off of seeing how these first 2 candles failed to inverse, especially with the second candle at 9:31, right? Look at that doji candle. But dude, you can't even tell if it's bearish or bullish. I don't even think it. Like, what the fuck even is this shit? It's just wicks the upside to the downside. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So I'm not even looking to trade at anything until a new key level gets hit. I know there was a 30-second IFEG here, but dude, price looks so chopped and ugly. Like, why would you even trust this? Like, yes, we do have a data low, but I mean, it's from what? Oh yeah, we did have 8:30 red folder news. I was tripping. What was I thinking? I don't know why I thought we had just pure orange folder today, but yeah, I guess we have red folder news, unemployment claims, and we have 10 a.m. Orange folder, which I did not care about. So yeah, this was a nice target, which I kind of failed to realize. That's completely my fault. I kind of did get to the charts a little bit later. Only had around like 7 minutes to do my analysis, but yeah, here's that data low that we could have definitely targeted. Re-hitting this 4 hour, and then these are the sell side targets that I was looking for. That's that very, very prominent low, and then we have these lows down here, more of this low resistance. But after we get this, we do get we just start chopping around. Okay, I'm expecting longs from here. If we get that, I'll be open to it because we have this untapped hourly. We also have pretty much a 9:30 or market open wick up here. We have low resistance right there. So, you know, this makes sense if we get it. I don't know what this is. What is this? This is like a 15-second gap or like a 4-hour gap or something. What the heck is that, bro? Dude, what is that? What? Oh, a 5-minute gap. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm using that for later, so never mind. Anyways, let's skip through all of this because this is a bunch of bullcrap. Yeah, we run up, we end up inversing this. Obviously, I'm smart enough to know do not take this shit. Doesn't matter how good this delivery is. You can just see what the fuck we're doing right here. Like, just a very, very bad trade. And what I was actually looking to take was this 2-minute, right? We had a 2-minute right here that just would not break for some reason. It just would not break, and we ended up getting it later on. Right there, like, dude, it's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's 10 minutes of just edging this IFEG here. So you know dang well I was not gonna take that shit. But if you did, entries would be right here. Whoa, wrong entry. I really don't know where stop loss would be, especially like seeing how we just like I mean just look at how this 1 minute happened. We got the 1 minute and then we just ran all the way down lower. So I really don't know where stop loss would be. I guess you could put it like right there. No, maybe at this candle wick. I really don't know. Targeting what, a 1.3 to this untapped hourly above. And what do you know, that shit hit. Of course that shit hit. Of course the terrible setups fucking hit for some reason. This is not a good setup at all. Like, not a good setup. There's no confirmation whatsoever. We're seeing multiple fair value gaps, you know, failing, and our IFEGs failing and whatnot. So this is very, very terrible. You know, terrible. So really disappointing that this one played out and the one that I took did not. So here we did tap the untapped or unfilled what was I about to say? Untapped, unfilled. This unmitigated, excuse me, hourly. We still have this unmitigated hourly up here on ES. We also have stacked where we have been inside this hourly right there, so it's not anything to really, I don't know, look out for. Yeah, this is the gap that ES has been sitting in, but NQ had just that was what my target was. Why am I so slow today? That's what I was trying to target, and we ended up hitting it. So I was expecting shorts from here, but then I was like, you know, we might want to. You know, we already kind of did take this data low out. We completely filled it, retested this 4-hour once again, rejected from here. So I can see longs or shorts playing out. I really couldn't see. I didn't really see any good shorts. I mean, maybe there's a 1 minute here. I'll see what happens. Okay, so we did inverse this 1 minute. I don't know why I didn't take it. Oh, because there's a 2 minute. Okay, I remember now. So there was like a 2 minute right there as well. By the time we got the 2 minute, well, you would have got break even no matter what you took. There was a 5 minute right there. So honestly, actually, I have to look out for this because this might be a really nice short here. I'll go after this. Why am I being so slow right now? What the actual freak is going on with me? I'll review that after I review the actual trade that I took. So we tapped the 5 minute. Did we get SMT? I don't think so because ES doesn't even have a 5. Okay, yes, it does. So if we respect this 5 minute, obviously if we're going to be bearish, we're going to inverse this. But if we respect this, I mean, we have very nice fair value gaps up here. I think the 1 minute is the highest time frame. Yeah. So I did really, really want to take this initial one and then just go break even once this one got tapped. But this fair value gap got tapped just slightly there. So then I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for this one. I really don't want to, you know, take a trade, especially considering how this market opened. You know, I was very skeptical of just any type of setups forming, even if it was A+. Which has been the case for this whole past 2 weeks. But yeah, so did not want to take a losing trade because of this. And also ES did not inverse as well, so I did not want to see this hold, and then we end up running lower. So that's why I think me personally think it's the best decision would be to wait for this. And luckily we got a very good close, okay? We have a very small wick to the upside here. We do have a larger wick to the downside on this bullish candle, and then we're not too far ahead. It's not too close here where it's not good delivery because it's a very obvious IFEG here. We're almost 4 points above the fair value gap, and then we also leave this high intact, so we're not all the way up here. We can put our stop at the body close of this 1 minute, and we can go break even up here, which is also a 5 minute that we tapped. And I wanted to see this 5 minute get inverse. And dude, oh my gosh, this just made me feel weird. I just felt like what I felt like whenever I was in this trade. Seeing this shit, I thought, like, there's no fucking way we don't run up to TP, right? Like, this is so free. You know, ES is about to hit this hourly. But no, ES makes it equal highs right here. Why the fuck does ES do this shit, bro? Why? Why? Genuinely, why do we do this? And then we run back, hit break even. And I'm like, fuck. Wait, what? Okay, maybe it's just not loading. There we go. ES makes the equal highs and then ends up running lower. And I'm at this point, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, genuinely, what the fuck, bro? Ends up failing, which I actually really hope for. I did not want this to just retrace this gap and then run back up. I'd rather see this fail. And then it's just barcode price action from here, okay? We do retest this 5 minute. We actually make an SMT, I believe. Okay, we failed to hit this low, but we do have an SMT there, as you can see, at that low. And yeah, very clean delivery up here. This is a really, really smooth re-entry. I just wouldn't take it. I wasn't even looking at the charts anymore at this point in time. I was long gone, and yeah, this looks like it's gonna hit, but nah, psych the fuck out. Just, oh my gosh, death candle down here, and then we come back, we reverse back to the upside, and then reverse back to the downside. This is the most clearest sign not to trade, and we just never end up hitting this hourly, which I don't know why this is such a hard target to hit. It's an unfilled gap. There's literally no reason to just not tap this and then run lower. If you wanted to run, I don't understand, bro. Which, I mean, what am I expecting, bro? This is a fucking multi-billion, $1 trillion market, and hundreds of thousands of people placing trades and shit. Whole algorithm. I can't sit here and expect to understand why this happened. Shit just happens. It's all probabilities at the end of the day, but just all I can ask and hope for is just clean price action up, please. And I'm fucking tired of waking up every day, sitting on the charts, doing my analysis, waiting just to see this bullshit happen. Like, genuinely, what the fuck is this shit? We're bouncing up and down from 115 points. What are we doing, bro? Absolutely no direction. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this is unacceptable, bro. This is genuinely unacceptable. But anyways, let's review this short here. So we do have a 5 minute down there. I have the fart, so excuse me for a moment. Okay, it's silent. Very clean 1 minute right there as well. That's also the 2 minute. We have that's also a 3 minute candle close, not an inverse, but a candle close. Yeah, this is a very solid setup in my opinion. I don't know why I didn't see this. And actually, I'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose. Alrighty, I'm back. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so I'm actually glad I spotted this. Rejecting out of a 5 minute. We're probably rejecting out of a 15 minute too. Maybe a 30 minute. Okay, obviously an hourly. We're pretty much rejecting out of everything you can even ask for, except for the 4 hour, because we haven't formed a 4 hour yet. Perfectly reasonable, but yeah, this is a really, really good short. Ow, I just hit my knee. Fuck. Okay, anyways, from this low to these highs up here, this is obviously in premium. If we bring this up, okay. There, that's better. So if we check here, this is going to be very clearly in hitting equilibrium of the range. That's also another great confluence. And then pretty much, like, I don't really see this as too much of a protected low. If anything, we generated more low resistance right there. So that's something I could pay attention to. Another thing is we have this prominent low that we just left open. And let me actually see if we... So we had an SMT here, which I did forget to mention, which is also why I could see longs happening to these untapped gaps. So we had an SMT there. Still had all this low resistance on here, Asia low as well. Why did my cursor get so big? That was weird. Oh, okay. I think it's... Never mind. Anyways, yeah. We still have this prominent low that we failed to hit. Equal lows and Asia high, or Asia lows, and then it's low here. Already went over that, so that could be a good target. Dang, you could really just aim for like a 1-to-1 here, or if you want to aim lower, I feel like, I don't know. I really don't know why this makes a difference, the stop loss, depending on how low you're targeting. But yeah, that is a pretty crazy target. But maybe a 1-to-1 to that 5 minute. That seems pretty reasonable. Obviously this shit got break even. Boom. Really, I don't know what I would really aim for here. I mean, I'm not the type of guy to just, really be okay with 1-to-ones unless it's like going against bias or it's a really shitty trade or like it's the only good target. But other than that, if we have other targets down here, I'm not the type of guy to just sit and aim for 1-to-one. So I most definitely probably would have not done a 1-to-one here. But that is a very good trade, so I'll say that. Here we end up. See. Wait. There's no way. Okay, we actually respected this 5-minute here. No way. What the fuck? Okay, well, we respected the 5-minute. See what else? Fully respected this 15-minute. Probably fully respected the 30-minute as well. Of course, the hourly up here didn't get tapped, but we still filled this hourly, so maybe this other short opportunity was a pretty good short. I really don't know what you would target. I mean, I guess just the same shit down here, but like in terms of break-even points, like where could you target? At least like on this leg here, there's really nothing. Let's see, what gaps do we have? We have a 2-minute, and I have to charge my MacBook. And I'm hungry. I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep. And the 4-minute is taking forever to load, so I just skipped the 5-minute. But I'm going back to the 1-minute to look at the entry. And I'm also going to go to the 2-minute because that's the highest time from inverse. And I'm just yapping because I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired of NQ, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Seems like a pretty good trade. Fuck, man. Where would you go break even? I'm pretty sure there's like some 30-second. Okay, maybe on this 2-minute, right? Let's see. That's the 2-minute entry. I guess I don't know. Break even at this 1-minute is really early. I guess once it gets inversed, you can go break even. This didn't get inversed with enough. I guess just go and break even once we retest the 5-minute. I don't know why I'm making it so complicated. It was that simple. The heck? Okay, well. Chop Central, we end up hitting the 5-minute, and yeah. Well, once this failed, we also got longs. So the probabilities of me, taking a short, getting break even, taking a long, getting break even, and then going short again are extremely low. So I might not even count this as a setup, to be honest with you. I don't know, man. This is the part that I hate about collecting, journaling and shit. It's hard or collecting data. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this recap. Again, this trade wasn't really centered around my actual trade. In fact, I was just blabbing on about price action and different setups that I did not take. So it's supposed to be a trade recap. So I apologize for that. But I mean, dude, what else do you want me to say, bro? This price action fucking sucks buns. I'm so upset that we did not just pump up to this hourly. Right? It's not like I'm aiming all the way to London high or anything. I'm literally just aiming for this untapped hourly with stacked liquidity here. Look at this liquidity pool, bro. Why do you not want this, NQ? What the fuck? Oh my gosh, I would have banked on all my accounts, dude. It's just a build-up, bro. If this was just, if this just rarely happened, I obviously would not care. But the fact that this shit happened, this been happening so much this whole 2026, right? This whole 2026. It's just annoying and tiring and just a bunch of bullshit. But I must stop complaining. I just need to deal with it. But yeah, hopefully, I doubt we're gonna get anything. I think we've gotten a setup every single day of the week so far. Monday, even though it was a bank holiday, we got a setup that presented itself. I think we got like 2, or 1, and then Tuesday we got 2 break-even setups that appeared. Wednesday we did get a pretty good 5-minute IFG long, which I'll go over in the week recap probably tomorrow if I make that, or Saturday. And then today, Wednesday, we got another break even. So, dude, I'm probably not gonna get shit tomorrow. I could really just sleep in, but I would be so mad at myself if I slept in, and the one day I slept in is the day that we get some A+ setups. So I'm probably not gonna do that actually. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this recap. Hopefully we get something good soon. I'm tired of these break evens, bro. I'm tired of it. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it. Peace.